Oh, how's it going, guys? Disney Dan here. Welcome back into the channel and welcome to episode 116 of Disney Fiasco. And today we're talking about what's next for Galaxy's Edge. Now, if you live under a rock and you don't know what Galaxy's Edge is the Star Wars land over at Disney's Hollywood Studios. And we're kind of thinking about, right, we've already got this amazing new land. What's next for Galaxy's Edge? And I've got a great team with me. I've got a great team of smugglers and bounty hunters and just amazing people. So let's bring them in. We got Walt from Mouse Talk. What's up, buddy? He's using the force with the thing.
Using the force.
We have
This is the stream you're looking for.
This is
the way.
This is the way. This is Every time someone says "This is the way," there's a song here in the UK called "This is the Way to Amarillo." So, "Is this the way to?" If you're Britain, go watch. You probably know what I'm talking about. We have Ron and Meredith from the Defilm Crew. What's up, guys? Great to see you guys. Welcome into the stream.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely welcome into the channel, guys. And we have Meg from Mickey's Magic. What's up?
Meg gets a round of applause.
No, I don't.
loving the Grinch ears right there.
Wait, I just have to point out on the back it says, "I love the Grinch." Right? It says 4
Give it
o'clock.
away.
4 o'clock. Wallow in self-pity. 4:30. Stare into the abyss. 5 o'clock. Solve world hunger. Tell no one. 5:30. Jazzercise. 6:30. Dinner with me. I can't cancel that again. 7 o'clock. Wrestle with my self-loathing. I'm booked. I love that. It's like one of my favorite parts. I'm making Grinchmas Cheermeister sweaters for my whole family. We're doing like a. This is another story, but I'm very excited about that. I'm clear.
I love those ears. I love those ears. And you thought this is just part of the group. We got one more guy coming in. We've got the Dark Lord of the Sith here. We got RobFuz. What's up, buddy? Great to see you.
What's up, guys? Hey,
Good to see you.
Meredith and my man Walt. What's going on?
Jazz hands.
Welcome into the stream, bud. Thank you for joining, Rob.
It's the new movement, to do the RobFuz movement.
Do the RobFuz thing with the hands. What's up, Pat?
Where's Marco?
Yeah, where is Marco? Let's see firstly who's in the chat. We've got Samantha Lowe in the chat. Can I just say Samantha is always the first person to comment on my live stream. Samantha is amazing. Thank you for being here, Sam. My captain Akron, welcome in. Dad Builds, good to see you, Dad Builds. James Ryan, the wonderful James Ryan, thank you for being here. Great member of the channel, great, awesome guy. Thank you for being here. Christine Hickman, another member, thank you for being here. She's got the Baby Yoda picture going on, and she's clearly ready for Galaxy's Edge chatter. Alex Connect, member, thank you for being here. Great to see you. Bill, Stefan, welcome into the stream, bud. The wonderful Kelly from the Mickey Bunch, welcome in, Kelly. We've got Sir Keith, Sir Joey, and Lady Lisa. It's Joey's World. What's up, guys? So good to see you. We have the awesome Kadani Sean, who I met on Pete's channel the other day. We were live with Pete on his football.
When you were trash talking me. When you trash talked
It was not me. It was not me. It was his.
I got a text from Pete saying,
"Oh,
you
know it's reliable from Pete. So.
I never ever believe what Pete says."
Yep. And I was like,
"Sorry, Pete."
Sure.
Holy great. Now we know you didn't. If you had said Steve sent it or Zip sent it, I would have believed you. To me, you said Pete.
No, I don't even know about
Come on, Walt. Anyone.
Anybody would be.
Karen Cook, welcome in. Sean says, "Well,
thank you, Kadani Sean. I knew you wouldn't trash talk me. It was only Dan."
Well, thank you for being here, guys. We've got some amazing people here talking about Galaxy's Edge, episode 116 of Galaxy's Edge. Now, Galaxy's Edge has been pretty much around for over a year now, which kind of feels crazy because it feels like it's been so much longer than that. I opened in Disneyland first, and then it opened in Walt Disney World. Some of us were there opening day, which was amazing. If you guys don't know my opening day story, I went to Typhoon Lagoon the first thing in the morning on the opening of Galaxy's Edge, then went to Animal Kingdom, and then went to Galaxy's Edge. That was my day at Galaxy. It doesn't make any sense.
We did. Remember that time that we were just like randomly walking in Galaxy's Edge, and you were like, "Hey, Meg," and I was like, "Dan." Randomly ran into you.
I was actually standing on the balcony at Ronto Roast, and I just see Meg walking along, and I shout,
and I was like,
"Meg!" And you're like,
"Oh."
Well,
I bet that happens to you all the time now, where you just like see people because you're there, a lot of the time, and it's just so cool to run into your friends like randomly.
Yesterday, so about everybody was there yesterday at not Food and Wine Festival of the Holidays.
Yeah.
Everybody was
everyone.
I saw Corey. I saw the Nerd Herders. I saw Carlos. I saw Jackie. I saw Nate.
That must have been such a great day yesterday.
Crazy.
So Galaxy's Edge has been around over a year now. I think what the Disney Imagineers have done with Galaxy's Edge is incredible. I think a lot of people, I think Walt definitely is leaning more onto the original side of Star Wars over the sequels, and we will talk about it. And that will sort of, help us with our answers a little bit. But my topic today is what's next for Galaxy's Edge. So if we were the armchair Imagineers, we were sitting down, we were planning what's next for Galaxy's Edge, what would we do, what would we change, and what food would we bring to the land, because that's the most important thing. Drop That Rope is here. Welcome in, Drop That Rope. Good to see you.
I wonder who that is.
Hey, John.
Welcome into the stream.
Got to show my support, guys.
So I'm going to start off with Walt. I want to hear I'm going to ask for everybody's opinion of Galaxy's Edge, what you like, what you dislike about it, and then we'll go from there. So, Walt, what do you think of Galaxy's Edge? Great stuff. Welcome into the stream. Thank you for being here. So, go ahead, Walt. What is your opinion on Galaxy's Edge?
Very detailed.
Right.
All
right.
It's very detailed. I love it in that respect. I don't know. I guess there's a lot to say of what I'm very, very, I have like high standards, and I'm kind of an old fogey anyway. I would like it a lot more if it was the original trilogy. But then again, I mean, that's my trilogy. That's our trilogy, the older folk. That was what we grew up with, but it's not catered to us. It's more catered for the younger and for the future. I think it would have been out of this world if I had saw Darth Vader walking up there and Master Yoda came out of nowhere, or Luke Skywalker, Han Solo. I'd have been like, holy cow.
Yeah.
It would have been amazing.
And I think
it's fine. It's good. I just don't like that other than the 2 rides, anything else you have to do, you have to pay for.
Right. And I think you're
everything
it's
else
definitely a generational thing, because I think a lot of us can agree when Disney were designing Galaxy's Edge, that's when episodes 7, 8, and 9 were coming out.
It's their movies. Well, they're going to promote their movies. Yeah, right. It's their 3 movies for sure.
Yeah. And the whole thing about Galaxy's Edge was it's your own Star Wars story. Now, how much you agree with that or not, I think is up for debate. But
it's going to be different with every person.
It's going to be different with everybody. But look, you still have those iconic things. You still have the Millennium Falcon. You still see an X-wing.
Awesome.
You still see those TIE fighters and things like that. So
fantastic.
It's still great. And I feel like, well, you're talking about that child in you wanting to see Han Solo walking around. You must admit, when you saw the Millennium Falcon in real life for the first time, you must have had goosebumps, surely.
I did have goosebumps. It was fantastic. And the ride's really cool. Look, I still think Rise of the Resistance is the best ride in Walt Disney World. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite, but I think it's the best ride.
I think you'll be on the same side as me and Meg. What your favorite
absolutely,
ride is. Absolutely. Pamela Hoffman, welcome into the stream. The Definity crew, what do you guys think? What's your opinions on Galaxy's Edge? Love it? Hate it? What's your opinion?
I like it. I don't love it, and I don't hate it. I love Rise of the
Star Wars fan.
I love Rise of the Resistance. That's my favorite attraction right now. And Millennium Falcon for me is up there. And I agree with Walt that it's very detailed. But to me, that only works for me for the first time going into the land. After that, now
it gets old quick.
It's really old to walk around. Now I just go through the land, just hurry up and get on the attractions, and I'm out of there. There's nothing else to it. Yeah.
There,
And I also agree with you guys when you said the original trilogy. I still think they could have, even if they wanted to gear it towards the last set of films, they still could have had C-3PO, R2-D2. They're characters that span the entire 9 movies that they could have incorporated in here.
Yeah.
Alex Canet says, can you go inside the Falcon? That's pretty much the whole Falcon ride. You are going to be inside the cockpit. You're going to go where Luke, where Chewbacca and C-3PO and R2-D2 are playing that game on the chessboard.
Phenomenal, by the way.
I mean, you can go inside. Kay Atwood, welcome into the stream, Kay. So good to see you. Disno Avengers, good to see you. Noah, what's up, pal? I think what with the originals and when you say like C-3PO, R2-D2. I don't understand why we can't have an R2-D2 meet and greet in the Droid Depot or something like that. Because, R2, I think, is been in every film. So I think everybody knows who R2-D2 is.
Well, Luke, Leia, and Han are in the new films.
Yeah, true.
They're in them. I mean, they're there. They could still have them.
I do think that that's Disney's way of saying, like, this is our trilogy now.
Absolutely.
We're not going to involve the old characters, very much that like a possessive thing.
Sure, absolutely. That's why they're supporting characters in these movies.
Yeah.
They're not the main characters. I agree, Meg, 100%. That's exactly
Ray J, welcome into the stream. Meg, what's your opinion on Galaxy's Edge?
I'm gonna say that I really love the new movies. I love the sequels. I loved the prequels. I loved all the movies. So I know people are gonna hate on me. I'm a big fan of Jar Jar Binks as well. So you might as well just get it over with. Say boo.
Boo. No, I'm like,
I'll just stay silent on that one.
I'm teasing, mate. I'm just teasing.
People are like, how do you like Jar Jar? How do you like the new movies? Well, I just think that they were very entertaining. I also think, as you guys were talking about, I'm a little bit younger, say, than you guys, just a little bit younger. So I think generationally, the movies, I was around when the prequels were coming out into the movie theater, and I went to go see them in the movie theater. But I don't know, this being an adult and watching the new sequels, I'm sure the same sort of nostalgia feeling that you guys have watching the original trilogy. I think the land is fabulous. My mom, who's not a Star Wars fan, absolutely loves it. She doesn't understand anything about Star Wars, and she's just like obsessed with it. Of course, the rides are incredible. Rise of the Resistance. Jar Jar is very misunderstood, just like Kylo Ren.
They might be related.
I don't think so, though. I mean, they look very different. But I love the new rides. They're so immersive, especially Rise of the Resistance. It's not only the actual ride, it's the experience. And I think Disney did a fabulous job in creating an experience for us. I think it's tough when there's a new attraction, land, whatever. It's very, very busy. I haven't been there for a long time because of COVID. So I don't know what it's like now, but I loved it the last time I went. I've been there a few times now, and I don't drink, but I will have a drink if I go into Oga's because
awesome.
I love that place. And I got a fuzzy tauntaun, and that thing was amazing. And I will only ever have a drink if I go into Oga's. But I think it's the atmosphere. While I totally agree that everything else is a paid experience, I would love to go and make a lightsaber, but I don't want to pay $200 for it. I would love to make a droid, but I don't want to pay $100 for that. I would love to watch someone do it. I haven't watched any YouTube videos about it, but I would like to experience it in person. But I just don't have that money to spend on a lightsaber and a droid right now.
That's the thing. I mean, and the stores are very small.
Yeah.
Very small. I agree, Meg.
I do want to point, you made a point about your mum going in who's never seen Star Wars or not a Star Wars fan.
New Hope, and that's it. That's the only movie she saw.
And last year, when I went with Sarah, she'd never seen Star Wars, and she wanted to land and really enjoyed the land as well. And I feel like that's what Disney is very good about doing. They're very good at like creating an atmosphere that's, you may not need to know everything about it. You could just go and see what it's all about. And I think that's what's good about things like Pandora and Avatar and Toy Story Land. Yeah. Like, I don't know anybody who hasn't seen Toy Story, but you can walk into Toy Story Land and be like, you know, I am the size of that, you know, that Uno playing card or that pencil, or, you know, going into an exotic planet, you know. So I think that's what Disney's really good, and you don't have to be a fan to enjoy the land. Michelle the Quilter, welcome into stream. So good to have you.
Agreed 100%, Dan. They did that with Pandora. I did not like Avatar the movie at all, but Pandora, that whole area, it's fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic. And the ride is great.
It's unbelievable. Yes, both rides are fantastic. And I did not like the movie, but man, I would not miss that area for nothing.
Isn't it funny that with all the films of Avatar that's going to come out, the land is still probably going to be the best thing about it.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Mr. RobFuz, what do you like about Galaxy's Edge?
Well, last week was my 1-year anniversary since I've been there. I haven't really been back. It stinks. I wish I was. I was 19 days shy of going on Rise of the Resistance, so I haven't been on it yet. I really haven't watched the whole ride through yet, so I'm just kind of saving it. So, but you know what I saw, I loved it. I was so blown away by it. And like you said, like it's on one of my videos on my channel too. I walk around the corner and I see the Millennium Falcon in real life. I think I cried twice. it was such a cool experience. I do love it. I didn't really have much time there, but I can see what you mean, Ron, by like, you know, it's like that first experience, like that blows you away and everything. Maybe, you know, since I haven't seen Rise yet, maybe going back, it'll be you know, it'll be cool because that's something new for me too. But and I'll be honest with you, I think since I've gone there, and of course now with COVID and everything, I think it's totally a different experience now. Like there's a lot more interaction and hands-on and everything. Now everything's just like distant and everything. But you know, I want to get to that too, but we'll get to that when we discuss the future. So I love it though. I can't wait to go back.
And I think similar to me, I haven't ridden Rise yet. I was only there for opening day. Oh, look at that bottle! I really want that. And I like Meg. I love the sequels. I really enjoyed the sequels. I do like The Last Jedi. I don't like the middle part of The Last Jedi with the Finn and Rose storyline. I don't like that. But apart from that, I actually quite like the sequels. They are no way near as good as the originals. And the prequels, well, I only like Revenge of the Sith. But I'm not going to lie to you. If you watch the video of me going to Galaxy's Edge for the first time on opening day, I cried like 3 times.
Dan cries at everything.
I cry everything.
Don't worry about it.
You know, I rode the Falcon twice, and I was like crying while slamming the buttons on engineering and laughing. And then everyone was looking at me like, "Why is this guy laughing just out of control while crying and slamming the buttons?" Like, and you know, trying the blue and green milk. I don't think I would want to try those again. I think that's a one and done thing for me. But look, I want to try and build a droid. I want to build a lightsaber. I want to have my own Star Wars lightsaber collections. I want Luke's lightsaber. I want Vader's. I want everything. And you know,
everything.
I want everything. Like, look. Here's the thing, right? Harry Potter over at Universal Studios is great. And that's for the Harry Potter fans. This is my like Wizarding World. This is my thing that I wanted. I wanted this when I was a kid. So I was a Star Wars fan before I was a Disney fan. So that's always been the thing. So Bryan, welcome into stream. Rise looks cool from the inside. The bang.
You know,
it's an inside joke. That's an inside joke.
What Meg said too, it hit home. I was there for the opening day of Launch Bay, believe it or not, and I went in and I saw that movie in the beginning, and sitting right next to me was like a 8-year-old girl, and she was, you know, she was just so happy, and like she was like, they showed the original stuff and she was into it, and then they showed the cartoons and the newer stuff and everything, and the glow on her face was amazing too. So you got to remember, there's totally different generations that love Star Wars.
That's like what's so cool about Star Wars is like it is such a crossover, so many generations. Yeah. But also, one thing I forgot to mention is, with all this COVID stuff, there are no characters wandering, and that's like one of my favorite things about Galaxy's Edge is like the stormtroopers, Kylo Ren wandering, you have Rey wandering, Chewie wandering, and you have whoever that girl is running away from, I don't remember who it is.
Yeah.
Running away from the stormtroopers. And like they're so interactive with the guests, but that's obviously not happening right now. So that's that.
So let's transition and use that as this topic. So we're talking about what's next for Galaxy's Edge. Let's talk about let's put some meet and greets in Galaxy's Edge, because let's be honest, at Galaxy's Edge, you see Kylo walk around, you see Rey walking around, and I guess that sort of fits the theme of the land. It's meant to be sort of that working town.
Right.
It's not really meant to be like a place where you go and meet and greet at Galaxy's Edge. So instead of this being like a meet and greet, let's just think about what characters would you like remain in Galaxy's Edge? What new characters you would like to see in Galaxy's Edge?
Well,
Maybe bring some old characters. What would you like to see? Now, obviously, this needs to stay in the timeline. This is between episodes 7 and 8. So, unfortunately, Han, you're dead, mate. I don't know.
Sorry, bro.
Don't know about Leia. Leia is considered still around. Then Luke is off on his little yoga sessions on his little island. So what characters, I think we already mentioned one earlier at the Droid Depot, what characters would you like to see at Galaxy's Edge as what's next? So let's start with Walt. What any characters that you would like to see?
Well, if it fits, I think we all agree. I think it's pretty obvious that the Mandalorian characters at some point have got to make their way into it.
Yes.
There's some hidden Mandalorian stuff in like the shop, so they do have some
too big of a deal right now to not in some way, shape, or form take advantage of that. They have to hit that at some point. They're never going to do meet and greets. Not if they do what they said. This whole land was supposed to be like a real working town.
Right.
So there's no such thing as a meet and greet. I actually wish, Meg, they would add more characters to walk around and make it look more real, like an actual town. Just nobody. It's not even going to be a person I know. Just a Star Wars character just walking through it. Looks like
even droids too.
Even a droid, something which they said they were going to do, and they've yet to do it. That would play the big part.
So,
the Mandalorian characters, I'd say for me, they have to at some point find a way to add them. And by the way, Baby Yoda has a name now, but I won't.
Don't mention.
I didn't see that episode.
I won't.
So K.A. said the Mandalorian doesn't fit the timeline. Now, the Mandalorian.
I knew it.
RobFuz.
The one-stop mouse.
I knew you'd get it, Meg.
So
she's got
the Mandalorian show, I believe, takes place after the destruction of the second Death Star.
It's after Return of the Jedi.
After Return of the Jedi. So the Mandalorian would be around at that point. Whether he has Baby Yoda with him is a different question.
Yeah.
But he could end up on Batuu. He is sort of living at that time, but maybe just not within the story that we're seeing on Disney+. So we could have him, but I can see where K.A. was saying Mandalorian his story at the moment doesn't fit in the timeline we have now. So I get it. I have spoken. Keith says, Meg, I'm jealous being an old grub. I saw A New Hope 10 times in the theater, and I wish I could. Like the first.
Hey, listen, I like all the movies, and you can like
Keith.
them too. You can like them too.
You can if they're not good.
But they are good.
I think Mando is a great.
They're okay.
I think Mando would be such a great addition to the land. I could just see him walking out of a door with his heavy boots and his armor on, just walking around, he's
like a gunfight between him and Boba Fett.
Stop taking them off the list. Well, let's throw it out. Let's throw it out there. Ron and Meredith, would you want to see Boba Fett?
Well, Boba Fett's my favorite character, and so Walt stole my thunder there. And I think he would fit into the timeline. But besides Boba Fett, there's two sets of characters I think they should have. They should have a bunch of Jawas just walking around randomly.
Yes.
Okay.
That would fit perfectly. And just random bounty hunters, right? Mm-hmm. That would fit perfectly in Batuu. You don't have to know the characters, but just seeing Jawas and bounty hunters and droids around that town.
So, Rob, you must know this because you were there for the opening of Star Wars Launch Bay. I don't know if any of you remember that the Jawas at Star Wars Launch Bay used to be able to trade things with them, and they would give some. How cool would that be? Obviously, with social distancing and everything. Imagine this is a normal day at Galaxy's Edge. Have some Jawas walking around and do that trading thing that they used to do in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. and all that. Like, look, you give them a pen, and they'll give you a Disney pen.
$500.
Disney pen.
Dan,
They could have Mace Windu's
Like
lightsaber.
but Dan, imagine this. So you get the droid depot. I buy a droid and buy some accessories. What if with some of those accessories, I go up to a Jawa and I can exchange something there with something that I only can get from the Jawa?
Interesting.
That's really what they
Yeah.
do, right?
And I think you could have sort of limited edition things. You could have limited edition pins. You could have limited edition sort of. You could have stuff from the market. You could almost have like credits. The Star Wars credits. I think that would have been pretty.
Three-night stay.
A 3-night stay
At the Galactic Cruiser.
Dude, that sounds really nice.
That hotel open already.
It's like $6,000 a night.
You can have guaranteed pilot on Smuggler's Run or fast pass on a riser. I think that would be such a cool idea to involve the Jawas, because I think there's such. I don't understand why they're not in Galaxy's Edge. It sort of fits it quite well. You could have Tusken Raiders in there. You can have Tusken Raiders.
A special force choke from Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
Now I know, Meg, you're going to wrap up soon in a little bit, but any characters or anything that you want to see in Galaxy's Edge in general for the future?
I mean, I think, like Walt said, it would be so cool to see extra characters. I think having the bounty hunters is awesome. That's such a good idea. I would love to see Hondo Onaka come and like wander around as well and like pick on people if you like didn't do well
That would be good.
at like Smuggler's Run. Or like any of the cast members who like live on Batuu like could actually pick on people, and like I've been waiting for that interaction of them knowing that you did poorly or really well in the park, like from the ride. I just haven't had any of that experience. I don't know if that's like
I don't think they're doing it.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
I wish that they would, because I would love to see someone get in trouble by like stormtroopers or something, because they really did not do a good job.
But I think
They're awesome.
I think that's the whole thing about. So Keith was saying about interaction. The first understanding was that there was meant to be more interaction. I think what Disney should do is focus more on whether when you go to Galaxy's Edge, if you're part of the Resistance or part of the First Order and doing tasks. Now you have the thing on the phone where you could do tasks around Galaxy's Edge. Maybe if there are like bounty hunters in Galaxy's Edge, a bounty hunter would tell you to do a task. Like, for example, go to the marketplace, tell the cast member, or tell the seller to something or whatever, and then go back to the bounty hunter and get a reward. So you almost sort of like choose a side or choose what.
I mean,
like,
they have those scavenger hunts with like Remy, and Hickman, and like, why not do something like that in Galaxy's Edge?
It would work. Wow,
They could.
Awesome,
You could go and get a pin or a sticker set or whatever they give out for those things. Be great for kids, for adults. I think
They could do it.
I mean, why not?
So we've had some character interaction. So my son and I interacted with Vi Moradai.
Bless you. What?
That's her name, Meg. Vi Moradai.
Oh, I thought you sneezed.
So
That's
she
her name.
gave us code names to use with the doubles, which we did try to use, and that was cool. And my son, when he actually did build a lightsaber, and he had it walking around, and was stopped by Kylo Ren and the stormtroopers, asking him questions. But that's it. I still think there's more room to have more interaction there.
There's room for growth. Sure.
Meg, was there anything else that you could think of for Galaxy Edge? Because I know you need to head out soon.
Well, I would just love a real meet and greet with Kylo Ren. So, like, can we get that back? Or
just a Meg only meet and greet with Kylo.
I can do. Hey, listen, I'd be up for that. I mean, you used to be able to meet him, but like, what happened? What happened to that? He got transferred to Batuu, and he no longer meets.
Yeah, pretty much.
You should have a T-shirt saying "I'm your biggest fan."
Yeah, or my office joke, "I'm your biggest fan." Anyway,
Avery, good to see about that cool thing.
I have to pop out, but I will hopefully see everyone this week. And Dan, as always, thank you. I'm excited to hear more about Galaxy's Edge, and I'll see you guys later.
Thanks so much for being here, Meg. Go check out Meg's channel, Mickey's Magic. Thank you for being here, Meg.
Bye, Meg.
Have a great week. Go check her out. Amazing partner channel. And
then there were 4.
And then there were 5.
4. 5. 4 boxes.
I know you
4
don't
boxes.
I know you don't count me sometimes, but
4 boxes.
So moving on from characters, I want to ask about.
Wait, did Rob go? Rob didn't go.
I would love to see.
Sorry.
Obviously, if the child can't be in that timeline, I'd love to see a child meet and greet. It would be so cool. Whatever his new name is, I know he has a name, but this episode,
I haven't seen it.
I didn't see it either, so I can't tell you. So I was kind of thinking, I love that little and I didn't experience the BB-8 meet and greet, but he really wasn't even that big. But what about that Babu Freak guy? I think he interacted with that guy. He would be kind of cool in Galaxy's Edge too. I love Babu Freak, that guy.
the guy in
really cool.
Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
Oh, the little guy.
See, I had on my list. It's almost like a meet of the creatures of the galaxy. Yeah. So we have the creature store in the marketplace, but I think you could have an opportunity to meet sort of animatronic creatures that are a lot bigger. So you can meet sort of Jabba the Hutt kind of creatures, or Wampa creatures, or Wookiees, or Tusken Raiders, or just experience sort of larger than life, creatures of Star Wars. I think that would be such a cool idea. Who wouldn't want to give a hug to Jabba the Hutt? I mean,
I don't know if you guys
pass on that one.
You remember the original art? Remember the original artwork with the restaurant and the lady with that freaky thing was like in the middle, and like it was this huge restaurant, and there was like all different aliens like throughout. Remember that? I'm gonna find the picture. That original concept art, and they never made that restaurant, and they kind of made that half-ass cantina, or bar, but I went in. It's pretty good, but what they originally said was going to be all those aliens. See, the aliens would be amazing too.
That's what I don't like about concept art. Concept art always makes it look more fabulous than it actually turns out to be.
Definitely.
So you bring out the subject of restaurants. So obviously we know where we're going next. Mm-hmm. So we have Docking Bay 7. We have the Ogre's Cantina, which I think is great because you sort of get that cantina vibe that you had from A New Hope, which I think is pretty cool. You see DJ Rex there, which is amazing. And then you also have the blue and green milk and Ronto Roasters. What else in terms of food would you like to see? What kind of... I've got a couple of ideas. I know Walt knows what kind of ideas I have, which I'm going to mention.
I'm just going to wait for yours. So. I'll tell you.
Would you like to see quick service counter, or would you like a full sit-down Star Wars experience meal? So let's start with Walt. What would you...
I don't know. First off, I don't know where they would add it. I don't know what kind of room they have behind Galaxy's Edge. It looks like they're at their peak.
There's a
Arlene, welcome to the stream. So good to see you, Arlene. Thank you for being
There's
here.
a ton of land in Hollywood Studios. Disneyland, not so much, but
I mean, if they have room, maybe they can expand. But other than that, I don't know really how much they can expand too much more in what they have. I mean, they have a quick service. They have kind of a sit down,
right,
in a way, and they have the milk.
It's quite confined. If you really think about it, it's a big land, but it's actually quite confined.
Yeah, but they've actually, by doing it so immersive and making it like a real Batuu, they've actually limited what they have for choice of what they can do. They can't make it like a normal restaurant that we're used to seeing that's going to have your normal American fare or even, something a little bit more high end. They can't really do that if they want to stick to their theme. I guess you could and just rename it. That's kind of what they did with Launch Bay or Docking Bay 7. But I don't know really how they expand on food. So it's hard for me to really give you an answer on that.
I think they do. I think I do agree with that. There's a lot of options, and I think you're right that it is so immersive and it's so detailed that where can you put something? Where is that space? Because they've used a lot of it. Ron and Meredith, what do you guys think? Have you got any sort of food ideas? Would you like to see a table service? Yep. Would you like to see?
He has all the ideas. Yeah. I'm just sitting here.
So, Walt, I did look at the map today. There is room in Star Wars Galaxy Edge for one plot because I had some ideas for attractions. But what I think they should do is where the Voyage of the Little Mermaid and Launch Bay, make that another, not Batuu, but some other land.
No. What I'm thinking? What I'm thinking is get rid, and don't get upset. Get rid of the Muppets totally. Put it somewhere else, and then put everything over.
No, I'm not having that. I'm not having that. Get rid of the Muppets. Get rid of the Muppets.
No,
Who do you think you are?
Move the Muppets. Move the Muppets. Move it.
So anyway, so my idea is just
Sorry, Val.
It's the most logistically. Rob's right. It's right there.
right. Yeah.
It's right there.
But there's a reason why I'm choosing the area. But first for the restaurant, I think they could put like was it the Kaz from the Force Awakens where Han and Chewie goes in, and that's a restaurant, and that could be a sit down restaurant they could build right there.
Oh, look at that. Ooh, wait,
Oh yeah, I remember that, Rob. I remember that.
You remember this
concept art.
concept? Hold on, I'm trying to focus.
Yeah, I do.
See, look at this concept. Wow. It's like there's an alien singing there. There's a restaurant. I remember seeing another photo.
It looks like a jazz bar. You know.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Oga Cantina really is in the New Hope, right?
Yeah.
Well, somewhat like that. Yeah, kind of. But it's I like that. I like that better. Well, I can't even say because you know what? And you guys are all going to laugh at me. I have not been in Oga's Cantina. I have really no desire to go in there.
Yeah. But I think that's
what I'm saying. No one's running to Galaxy's Edge to eat. Maybe Dan, but there's no one running there. You know, it's just not a food destination though.
Look, I think Galaxy's Edge is the place to go to eat. Ronto Roasters and you know the popcorn.
Think of about 5 to 7 other places before.
Yeah.
Thing is, I would say that everywhere's good to go for eat because that's just me. But I
didn't mean to interrupt Ron too, by the way.
So your idea is it a table service? What kind of thing?
I'm thinking they should have a table service because I think table services are lacking at Hollywood studios, and I think they could do something Star Wars themed. And let me just go into why I'm thinking if they have another land at the other end of the park, because I think they can connect it like at Universal, they connected the two Harry Potter lands with Hogwarts Express.
Right.
Yeah, I think they could do something similar here, like having a land speeder or something. So, I want to get to the other side of Hollywood Studios to experience this new land. Let me go on the land speeder to get me to that other end of the park.
You could take one of these.
This was an original concept too. The Bantha Riders. I'm looking up stuff now. It's so funny.
I think you bring up a debate there, Ron. That there's a lot of thing is with Hollywood studios. There is actually a lot of land that could be used for other things, and that courtyard there with Launch Bay and Voyage of the Little Mermaid, and even behind that where like Rock and Roller Coaster is and the Lightning McQueen Racing Academy is. There is still quite a lot of room because that's where the backlot tour used to be.
Yeah.
So right. there is a lot of room, but
here's the problem. I don't want Hollywood studios to just be Star Wars and Pixar. Right. You can't just have 2 IPs there. You've got to have different things, or you're going to alienate certain people. What if somebody's not a Star Wars fan?
But I think
now they don't want to go see it. So you've got to have different things in there. It can't just be Star Wars and Pixar, and that's what we're taking away other things and expanding these areas. And I get it, I understand it, but we can't just have 2 IPs over there.
I think it's
got to be a lot.
I think it's an interesting debate. So let's take land out of the question for now and just talk about a sit-down meal. How would your sit-down meal look? What kind of things would they serve? What
have a chair.
The atmosphere. Would you be sitting on the floor? Would there be like forced plates like coming towards you? What's your idea, Ron?
So for me, I'd want people to be like waiters, waitresses, paint them, right? Be blue, green, whatever species.
Carrots. Yeah.
Right. And just make it like it is in the movie. And you could still have American fare, but maybe
just rename it.
And just I don't know. You can have like a cheeseburger, but maybe it's not, a different color cheese or something.
A Wampa burger.
Frog fries.
Frog fries sounds good. I like that. Wampa burger too. That would
a Wampa burger or an Ewok hot dog.
I don't know. An Ewok dog.
And he walked up. I love it. I love it. So a sit down. I think a sit down could work. We just need to find that space.
And you could also have characters walking around there as well, right? I mean, kind of like the past has Winnie the Pooh walking around. You could come up with some characters just walking around that restaurant while you're eating there.
You could have Jawas come up to your table and steal your cutlery from you.
Exactly.
You could have the Dark Lord Goofy come up in his Darth Vader costume. Wouldn't that be phenomenal?
That'd be cool. I like that.
You could almost
Donald
have
Duck is a stormtrooper. I would.
They have Jedi characters.
Tepanetto, but the chefs only use lightsabers. Ooh.
They cook your food as they're cutting it. They cook and cut at the same time.
I love it. Rob, what do you think of the food?
You know, as soon as you ask for like to come up with an idea, and Walt, you're right. Walt's right a lot of times, all the time. I think Walt's a good, smart guy. You don't want it to be Pixar and just different and Star Wars, but you know, I love Ron's idea of putting it in that area too. But I'd love to move the Muppets, expand on the Muppets, have a bigger land, and put the stuff over there. The first thing that popped to my mind is, and you're going to kill me, Walt. This is going against. I'm saying this.
Brian said, "Hold on." Brian said they could bring in some overweight men and women as servers to dress up as Gamorreans.
That'd be awesome.
Or they could just be outfits that make them look big.
I never thought of this idea though, and Walt's going to kill me. But change sci-fi restaurant and show Star Wars stuff on the screen.
Oh, I'd be all right with that. No, I think that's a good idea.
That'd be kind of cool. I never thought of that. I never even heard anyone say that, but that'd be kind of cool though. But again, it's changing it all to Star Wars because I love that sci-fi restaurant. But like, come on, it's the same thing for the last
Wars restaurant,
30 years. Yeah.
And as they hand you the utensils, they could go, "May the forks be with you."
Yes, may the forks be with you. You know, maybe have it kind of like because it's kind of like a movie set. Maybe how they made the movies and stuff. I don't know. I'm just thinking about.
I agree. I'm with you.
You need that.
May the fork be with you. I like that.
May the forks be with you.
You need that on a t-shirt. You have to have it.
But yeah, immersive. I love all these ideas. Are amazing. Like it'd just be so cool. Like just but let's. Take that restaurant that's going to be at Epcot and let's build on that. They can literally take the entire thing, move it into Galaxy's Edge, and just
just get a crane.
Get it Star Wars. Yeah,
just drive it
on Star Wars.
It says swap Muppets with Launch Bay. I think that would work.
Yeah, that's
because then you have Launch Bay next to Star Tours. Yeah. It kind of works.
And then put a Mandalorian ride back in there. So
hold on. We're gonna get to rides in a minute.
Okay, got it.
The things I think we all were waiting for this. The three things that I would bring to Galaxy's Edge.
These are genius, by the way. So
this is my first one. This is called the Child's Treats. Now,
nice.
the child in The Mandalorian has eaten some wonderful food. Last week he ate some blue macaroons, which clearly were blue macaroons. He's had frogs. He's had eggs. He's had everything. I think it'll be great. There's Cody. What's up, buddy? Strive to do better. Hope you're doing well, bud. Thank you for being here. A Mando ride would be epic. I totally agree with that.
I strive to do better every day.
The child's treats would be a great addition. So you can have the macaroons, you can have the drinks, you can have the eggs, you can have the frogs. I think it'll be such a cool
Go ahead,
place. Right, the next one. Now, we all know of the wonderful fish person called Admiral Akbar. So this is going to be called Admiral Snack Bar.
You've used that joke already.
The tagline is...
How do they not have this?
And the tagline is, it's a snack.
Isn't that genius? How do they not already have that? I don't understand that. It's like, you should get royalties for that thing. The next one's even better.
The last one is, we all know our friend Chewy. This is called Brew Barkers.
It's where you get your drinks. I think it's genius, Brubakis and that real snack bar. How do they not already have these in there? It's phenomenal.
And then you can have like
T-shirts for that.
we should go in on that, dude. We should have. So at Brubakis, you can get like pork chips.
I love Walt's getting the cut of
then-
Brubakas already.
Amen. Admiral snack bar. It's a snack. I am doing that shirt, Dan. I'll give you 50% of all royalties.
We will go in it together. We'll open our own clothing line.
Here we go.
Of Dad puns Star Wars.
Yeah, it's your idea. I shouldn't be any of it.
Oh man, so that's what I would do. That's what I would do. Right. So let's talk about the big thing in the room. Let's talk about the rides. So we've got Rise of the Resistance and we have Smuggler's Run, 2 fantastic rides. And look, I know Rise of Resistance, I haven't ridden it yet. It's that groundbreaking attraction, but I think Smuggler's Run is a fantastic ride, especially for that Star Wars fan who's grown up with the movies. But imagine we've got space to do another attraction. What would you do? So, Walt,
Okay,
what
first
is
off,
the theme of your ride? What
Sure.
kind of attraction it is?
Yep.
Sell it to me.
First off, they could make Smuggler's Run better if they added different,
Like Star Tours.
like Star
Scenario.
Tours, different missions.
Change it up.
They need different missions. I don't understand why they're not already doing that.
I've already told this to so many people. The variation I want, because there's a Chewie mode, right? My version is Chewie has lost his pork recipe, so you're going to smuggle the pork recipe back.
I just want different missions. I think they could do that. I really do. But for me, I want a roller coaster along the same lines as what we are seeing for Guardians of the Galaxy over in Epcot.
So if
And
I
the
say
premise,
X-Men,
exactly.
okay.
But it's an X-Wing roller coaster where you are in a battle, and actually part of the battle you go into the Death Star, and you're going in and out of the Death Star, and then you'll get to the final area where you need to shoot it to destroy it, and then you destroy it, and as you're still on the roller coaster, you're trying to get out before the Death Star just blows up, and that's my idea for a roller
So it's kind of
they're
like,
not ever going to do it because the Death Star's not in this time frame, but that's what I would.
so it's your sort of version of the trench run, essentially.
Yes, almost like, but not a New Hope trench run, Return of the Jedi trench run, where they go actually literally inside the Death Star, and the whole building, because it's an enclosed roller coaster. The whole building, it looks like you're inside the Death Star, going through the different areas.
The tunnel run. The tunnel run. That's what
The tunnel run, basically. Yeah, that's my
I
idea.
love that. And so the setup would be you're inside the X-wing, or you're inside
or inside the Falcon, or whatever you want it to be. And you got screens all over it. It makes it look like you're in the battle, and I think it would be awesome.
I love that. Absolutely love that. Ron and Meredith, have you got any ideas of a ride that you would like?
Yeah, they're kind of similar to theme as Walt, but I got actually 2, if I could talk about both. So one is a roller coaster, but for me, I'm thinking having it themed to a speeder bike. So
You're taking them off my list. Oh,
That's a good idea.
So
Are we on Endor? Are we on Endor?
On Endor.
Are we on Endor?
Well, the speeder bikes are throughout the timeline. I verified this before I mentioned this, so they could do it any way they want,
That's true.
theming wise. I originally came up with the idea because of Endor, and my son did tell me the Ewoks are around during this time frame, so you could build it around Endor. But I'm just thinking, Hagrid's was such a wonderful roller coaster, and I think Tron looks like it. So the technology's there to do a bike style ride.
Agreed.
So doing a speeder bike through different scenery would be awesome.
Yeah, they could do it.
Now, the other thing that I was thinking about is about the X-Wing, but my idea is based on the Millennium Falcon, you could either ride an X-Wing or a TIE fighter, and you would go through the trenches of the Death Star there. Because if you remember in Force Awakens, Poe always said he always wanted to fly a TIE fighter that was, it was so fast and you could maneuver it. I would love that if they could make a dual simulator where you're either flying an X-wing, maybe next time you come through, now you're flying a TIE fighter trying to stop that X-wing from blowing up the Death Star. I think there's a couple different things they could do there, and for me that would be awesome.
Or maybe they could do one where on one side they could do almost like a versus where like Ron and Meredith are on one side in the X-wing, Walt and Melissa are on the other side in the TIE fighter, and you battle it out and somebody wins, something like that. They could do that too.
That would be awesome too.
Avery says, how about a Cilio River boat ride? You're transported to Naboo, right into the heart of Battle of Naboo. Wow, that'd be pretty interesting as well. Yeah, no, that'd be great too. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see. I've got a similar idea to you about sort of using speeders, and I think what I like is you're sort of getting two different perspectives, being in that TIE fighter or being in that X-wing, and we talk about that, being immersed, whether you are more on the First Order or more on the Resistance side, or you're just a bounty hunter and you just go in your own craft. Like, I think that's quite a cool idea. So yeah, I like that idea.
And the rewrite factor comes in because it's going to be a different ride experience. And I like Walter there, if you're doing a versus, well, it's going to be different. You're going to be trying to battle it out. You're going to want to continue riding that.
Yeah, there's definitely rewritability for sure.
Rob, what about you? Have you got any ideas for a ride?
Yeah, I said it earlier. Like a Mandalorian ride would be incredible. Like, I love the technology, how they actually film the show. So, like the picture, that whole immersed 360, that whatever technology they use, they can incorporate in the ride, and it would kind of be like something different every time. Like, it was like boat ride would be awesome. I like Avery's concept of that, but I love the trackless rides. Just I've been on a couple of them, but like I said, I haven't been on rides. But like, I'd love to have a trackless ride. You kind of move in, and then the 360 scenario, and it would just be like Mandalorian has the worst luck. This guy every week he gets into some peril. I think it'd be so cool that they have animatronics interact with the screens, and they could kind of the animatronics say different things. The screen has different scenarios, and you're just getting in all these dilemmas the Mandalorian gets in, like on the show.
I think you're on such a great idea, and I think the Mandalorian is a great opportunity because the Mandalorian has such a lot of backstory, and the Mandalorian planet, the Mandalorian's backstory, and everyone wants to learn more about Mandalore and actually how it's involved with the Jedi and Darth Maul and the Emperor and the Senate. And I think you can add so much to that. It would be really, really interesting. Yeah. Mine is similar to Iran's, but a little bit different. So Rise of the Resistance is more of a resistance kind of attraction. Smuggler's Run definitely more of a resistance attraction. I want a First Order attraction. Here's my pick. Okay, it's a two-parter. It's called Scouting Batuu. So you've been employed, right, by the First Order to become a First Order scout.
How much are they paying me?
Not a lot, because it's the First Order. They want to build their Star Killer.
Well, I didn't know if I was hourly or if I was salary.
So your first thing now, what's one of the biggest running jokes in Star Wars? Stormtroopers can't hit a thing. So your first thing you're going
to do, practice.
You are going to pick up a scout blaster, and it's going to be like the Frontierland shooting arcade, and you're going to try and shoot all these targets. But the thing is, you will never get one. Okay, so it's all a bit of fun. It's kind of like it's kind of like the pre-show to what you're going to do.
I like this.
Like now imagine this, right?
or something, or just be shooting normal.
So. Imagine this. Imagine this, right? So we're on Batuu. We're on Black Spire Outpost, but we're already in Black Spire Outpost. We haven't explored Batuu as a whole. Okay, so this is going to be like the ET attraction at Universal mixed with Flight of Passage and the beauty of Pandora and Test Track. So you're going to get on like a bike, like a speeder bike, okay, from the First Order, from the Empire, okay. You are going. It's not a simulator. It's like a ride outside. It's like almost like a roller coaster through the forests and the deserts of Batuu, okay. You're going to go as fast as Test Track through the forests of Batuu and through the environment. And sort of get an understanding of what this planet is like outside of Black Spire Outpost. You're going to encounter some of the creatures, and then you're going to come back and you're going to finish your shooting practice because you're part of the First Order. And I think that'll be kind of because if you're more of a dark side person than a light side, I think it'd be quite an interesting idea. So that's kind of my pick. So I don't know. Cody says Dan needs to become an Imagineer. I'm on board with with my Brew Barkers and Admiral Snack Bar.
Well, I'm with you there.
And what I'm going to do is when we make Admiral Snack Bar, I'm going to make like some protein like courses just for Cody because I know he needs all his protein for his muscles. So, anything else, guys? I had a couple. I had some meet and greets here and there, and I pretty much got everything off my list. Is there anything else, guys?
I have one other thing. And this one would be fun for us, and it would make Disney money. So I just think about Harry Potter and the interactive wand experience. That imagine if they made Batuu more interactive. So, I can buy a blaster, and I can go to certain areas of Batuu where I can try to do target practice and things happen. Or maybe I buy these special wrist bracelets or whatever, and I can start learning the Force.
Jedi,
right? I could do certain motions, and I could just see like rocks levitating or something.
Batu, welcome into the stream. I think it's quite tough because I think in the whole of Disney, the only blasters that you can actually buy are actually for your droid from Droid Depot because Disney have made sort of a rule where you're not allowed to purchase any form of a gun. Just because of obviously they've had experiences in the past with security and all that kind of thing, which we're not going to talk about. But I totally agree that you could almost have bracelets or some sort of thing where you can look, if you could do it for Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom or the Harry Potter experience, or even with your lightsaber, you could almost do something in a corner, almost like you go up to the Droid Depot and you see the droids outside and you do like an interactive thing and they just start sort of moving or shaking that, isn't quite so normal. Cool.
I think like a parade, cool move it, shake it. Oh wait.
I mean, just imagine if your lightsaber that you spent $200 for was interactive, I bet you more people would want to buy one and be like, oh, wow, I can actually be a Jedi. Maybe I'll get a robe and I'll just,
Yeah,
dude.
A $200 flashlight. Whatever.
Oh, hold on, Meredith.
He has 2 of them or 3. I don't know how many he has.
She lost track. I love that she lost track, by the way.
There's nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong with grown men putting on a robe and getting a lightsaber and flashing it.
No, not if you're getting paid for it.
Exactly.
But we're not, so.
So we're just going to wrap up, guys. Thank you so much for joining episode 116 of Disney Fiasco. Let me know, guys, in the comments what you think. What would you like to see in Galaxy's Edge? In a moment, we are going to head over to Walt's channel for a live stream for.
Oh yeah.
Just.
Did you forget?
We're going to head over to Walt's channel in just a minute. I just want to say thank you so much to everyone. Thank you to Meg for joining earlier, and we're just going to quickly go around to all these channels and say thank you to everybody. Walt, I'm going to start with you because you might need to head out first. Dude, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, dude. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. We're going to be reviewing Camp Rock for Disney Movie Review, and that will be on Walt's channel. It's going to be fun, so we're going to talk about Demi Lovato and the Jonas Brothers. Tomorrow you have a live stream from where?
From Animal Kingdom.
You're going to have a wild time.
We are. We are going at 9 a.m. from Animal Kingdom. It's going to be awesome. Join us. Fantastic. It is the stream you're looking for.
Walt's been killing it. Doing so good, Walt. So good.
I appreciate it. We're having fun. It's been great. Been meeting a lot of new people. Nice people too. Nice comments and things like that. It's been very, very awesome. And thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here with Rob and Ron and Meredith. They're all fantastic, wonderful people with great channels. And I'm sure everybody in here has already seen them, but if you haven't, you need to subscribe to these channels because they're fantastic.
And everyone needs to go subscribe to Walt because, dude, you're an awesome friend, and I love doing our streams together, and it's been so much fun. So I'll see you tomorrow for the Disney movie review. Thanks so much, buddy, and have fun tomorrow, Animal Kingdom. And we'll see you over in your channel in just a minute.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, buddy.
Ron, Meredith, Robert, always a pleasure.
See you.
Love you guys. See y'all later.
It's waiting for Mousestock. It's waiting for him. It says it.
Ron and Meredith, the Philly crew, thank you so much, guys, for being here. You guys are awesome. And thank you for being our special guest this week.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having us. We always have a good time being on the channel and just chit-chatting away. It always goes by quick.
Yeah.
It does.
I always have a good idea.
Every week.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
I love Ron and Meredith. They're awesome.
And guys, I just want to say, guys, Ron and Meredith have a fantastic channel. I've been really enjoying their Disney trips, their vlogs recently, enjoying their food reviews, of course, and you know, anything about food, I'm always there. And yeah, you have such a great talent with your YouTube channel. So you know, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us, and go subscribe to the Philly crew. So,
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you.
My pleasure. And my partner channel, RobFuz, thank you for being here, pal. Thanks so much, dude.
Thank you, pal, for having me. I love this show.
We had a fun pub talk this week.
To the RobFuz.
We had a really fun pub talk for Thanksgiving. We had a great hangout. It was good fun. Guys, go check out my wonderful partner channel, RobFuz.
Thank you, pal.
You're awesome, dude. Very quickly, thank you to my partner channels, the Viapree Project, Mickey's Magic Mouse Talk, and RobFuz. Thank you again to all my incredible, wonderful members. You guys are amazing. In the new year, I'm actually planning something really big for my members. And I know I've been a bit slacking off on the membership thing, but with the whole COVID situation, it's very difficult. So there's going to be something fun planned for my members in the new year. I want to also thank Dean over at theliveplace.com. Go check out Dean over the Live Place. Over 100 different YouTube and podcasters and just live streamers. Go check him out. Disney, non-Disney, just so much fun. So go check out Dean over at the Live Place. Camp Rock tomorrow, Disney movie review on Walt's channel, 6 p.m. Come check it out. It's going to be fun. And a big thank you again to the Polka Dot Podcast. Leslie had me on her stream last month. It was so much fun. We talked about me as a cast member, and it was really great. So go check her out on Spotify and on iTunes. And tomorrow I will be live on Oh Bother's channel, and they're going to be interviewing me. So go check out Oh Bother. They are a British YouTube channel. Really great channel, so go check them out as well. Guys, head over to Walt's channel right now. Go say Disney Dan said to you, and thanks so much, guys. This was so much fun. And have a great week, everybody. And brew buckers for everybody, I guess. So, thanks, guys. Thank you, guys.
May the first to your dad.
Live smile each and every day. I'll see you guys all real soon, and may the force be with you. Bye bye.